We are currently at UCAP at the Shepherd's Cove for their redesign of their library. And I'm standing here with Capital One, Celia Edwards Karen and you're the marketing director for the Washington, D.C. and the Southern Maryland area, correct?
Right. I'm the Capital One's market president for Washington, D.C. and Southern Maryland. And what that basically means is that I help to lead our community development efforts in the region. It's really a fantastic opportunity to share with you guys today the library redesign that we've done with United Communities Against Poverty. What you see around you used to be sort of a basic community center space, and Capital One partnered with the Heart of America Foundation to really transform it into a library and a space where mothers and their children can sit together and spend time reading or relaxing and taking just a little bit of quiet time away from what you can imagine is a very difficult and challenging time for them. And so really Capital One is just excited to play a part in supporting the development of these women and their families.
Very good. I know you mentioned earlier that you have a 10-year working partnership with United
With the
Heart of America Association. Can you tell me a little bit about how that partnership began 10 years ago?
Absolutely. So Capital One and Heart of America Foundation share a passion. As we think about investing in our communities, one of the areas we're really focused on is education and literacy. And that's a passion that Heart of America Foundation has as well. So we've partnered together across the years to do library redesigns that look a lot like what you see here in schools, in community centers, in homeless shelters like this one. And that partnership has actually expanded from this area to various geographies across the nation. Together, we've donated more than 1 million books to children and adults over the last 10 years.
Very good. What would you like for our viewers to know about Capital One?
Well, I think if there's one thing I'd leave our viewers with, as your hometown bank, for us, Capital One is really focused on giving back to the communities in which we live, we work, and we do business. And so it's our pleasure and frankly our responsibility to be able to partner with organizations like UCAP in creating a library redesign like this that invests in our community. So it's such an important part of who we are as a business.
Well, thank you so much for your time and congratulations again. We're on location with Ms. Gwen Ferguson, who is the president and CEO of UCAP. Welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the redesign and the relaunch of the library today.
Oh, thank you. It was a fabulous event.
Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful space. So can you tell us a little bit about UCAP?
Oh, sure. United Communities Against Poverty is a designated community action agency for Prince George's County. And our goal is all about serving the low income, those in poverty, and we manage the largest homeless shelter in the county for women and children.
What are some of the services that you provide here at UCAP?
We provide a variety of services. The shelter, of course, is an emergency shelter, 100-bed for women and children. And we also provide them case management services with the goal of helping them to achieve self-sufficiency. We have a full daycare program on site, an after-school program, and we provide 3 meals a day for our women and children in the shelter. In terms of the supportive services that those women and the community participate in, we have a first-time home buyers program, a neighborhood development program where we are now rehabbing homes and reselling them back to low and moderate income individuals. And we also have a family stabilization program that tracks women and families up to 1 year after discharge from the shelter.
Very good. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got involved with the organization?
Sure. I've been here 7 years now, but prior to coming to UCAP, I worked for United Way. And I was always engaged in working and helping homeless individuals. That's my passion. So I was really kind of connected here because I really want to make a difference. I want to help to secure funding for the organization to continue to help us to thrive. We've been around almost 48 years now, and we'll be celebrating our 50th year celebration in 2014. So I've just been inspired because I want to give back. I want to help people in need, and I've always been very focused on the mission that UCAP has, and that's to help people, like I mentioned earlier, to achieve and maintain self-sufficiency.
Okay, what are some of the difficulties as the president and the CEO of UCAP, and is there anything that us as a community can do to help?
Oh, sure. I mean, all nonprofits face challenges. Of course, you know our greatest challenge is funding. With the decrease in funding from federal, state, county resources, it's always advantageous for us to try and secure resources from foundations and the corporate community. So we ask, those that are able to give to just support us, by small donations. We always need food for our food pantry. The greatest need is really trying to ensure that we have a nice, clean, safe space for the women and children. And I love to have some chairs and new tables for our women and children to have their meals on. And anything that can really help us in our IT infrastructure. So I know that's a lot, but you ask what our needs are, that's where they lie. And it just helps us to continue to provide greater services to the community.
Thank you. I know they say ask and you shall receive, right? So our viewers out there, Ms. Gwen just listed a whole bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of ways you can get involved with this great organization. So please visit their website and please come visit and lend a helping hand. Once again, thank you so much for having us and congratulations on the redesign of the library.
Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure to have you here with us this
With
evening.
Victoria Taylor, who is the CEO of Nation Tours and Transportation. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Veronica.
Well, thank you for having us. So what inspired you to get involved with UCAP?
As a little girl, we didn't have much, so to get away, I would read, and I would get lost in books every single day. So that's why I'm a huge part of this organization, but because of the impoverished, the women, children, that's so near and dear to my heart.
Very good. I know you guys donated a 15-passenger van, correct?
We did. We sure did. The van that they were using, it was unreliable, and we couldn't have our people in that van, so we decided to donate something bigger and better for them.
Thank you. You're such an inspiration. Can you tell us a little bit about Nation Tours and Transportation?
We are a tour and transportation company out of National Harbor, Maryland. We run daily tours of Washington, D.C., Arlington Cemetery, and Mount Vernon. We're also in New York, and we do tours of New York. And then we have a transportation side that has yachts and limos and sedans, horses and buggies.
So all of the above. If it's transportation, you guys have it.
Exactly. If it can move you, we got it.
Very good. Thank you so much. Wendy Pittman, she is the founder of My Bougie Baby and also on the chair of, on the board, correct?
I'm on the board here at United Communities Against Poverty.
And then you're also the chair of the
Resource Advisory Committee. So we work at making what you witnessed today possible with the Literacy Center that was donated in kind from our friends at Capital One Bank and then our friends at Heart of America Foundation, and repurposing that space, making it functionable for the residents of Shepard's Cove to have a place to relax, have a place to read, and some quiet time.
Very good. Well, congratulations on your redesign. Why is the cause at UCAP so dear and close to your heart?
I think it's important that you sow seeds in the community to which you belong. I'm a resident of Prince George's County, so it's very important to me as being a citizen of Prince George's County that I give back to the county, to those individuals and families in need.
Okay, so how can our viewers sow their seed to UCAP?
You can find UCAP at ucappg.org.
Okay, we will have that link right underneath. And just a random questions. How do you do it all? I see you everywhere. So I just want to know, how do you do it all?
I do it all because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. This is my season to do all the things that God has tasked me to do. So I'm blessed that He's given me the strength to do the various things that I'm doing in the community, and I'm just honored. So yeah.
Well, congratulations, Wendy. You are truly an inspiration.
Thank you.
We are in the kitchen at UCAP with Chef Malcolm Mitchell.
Say my name again one more time.
Chef Malcolm. Chef Mitchell.
Yes, in the building. What's going on?
You are everywhere.
I'm everywhere. We were just doing something where? Where was that? DC, Don Julio. Now we're here, the homeless, UCAP. Beautiful. And everything all in between. We can do it all. So, yeah, we're here. So,
Very good. How did you get involved with the organization?
Well, it's actually probably like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, when I did something for them. We did an ice cream social for the kids, and then Spike Mendelson off of Top Chef, he donated some pizza from We the Pizza. So we brung pizza out and did an ice cream social, so we were scooping, making sundaes for the kids. So that was kind of like the first introduction, meet and greet and kind of meeting the kids and doing something fun for them. So that's the first time, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, we did something for UCAP.
Why is this cause so dear to your heart?
Always giving back has always been very dear to my heart. Now when I have the opportunity to do it, I do it as much as possible. This is a homeless shelter. So, with this economy the way it is, you'll meet people in here that you wouldn't think would be here. And so it's a great cause for me to give back and try to get some of these females in transition that came into this shelter, get them reestablished, going back out and getting jobs and reintroducing themselves into the community. So this is a great cause that UCAP is doing. And if I can just make a dinner for them, just to bring a smile to their face from a chef, then I'm here to do it.
Okay, so what kind of palate pleasure did you prepare for us today?
It's crazy because the palate pleasure today was I did a mix. Obviously we did like a marinara sauce. It's kids here, so we got to do something. Pasta, kids love pasta, love marinara sauce. And for the adults, I did it like a Creole Cajun sauce, and I had andouille sausage. I had a crab meat, lump crab meat. I did big colossal shrimp in there. I really gave them a treat. I got to get the cameras. We get a shot and see some of the seafood in this pot in here. I mean, it's just a pot of love. So I went Italian and I went Cajun a little bit, just something for the kids and something for the adults. And we did penne pasta and we did fettuccine pasta, nice mixed green salad, balsamic vinaigrette and a ranch dressing, and some rolls and, some butter, and just kept it real simple and sexy.
Very good. Well, on the ribbon cutting upstairs, Senator Benson mentioned always keep your hearts open and your hands open, and it seems as though a lot of your success comes because you do give back.
I try to. If I have the opportunity to do it, I'm going to do it. And for me, as long as I'm giving, I'm going to keep receiving. And that's just always been a motto that my mom grew us up on, just saying, hey, listen, you got to give, you got to give. In order to receive these blessings, you got to give them out sometimes. And that's probably one of the big reasons that I'm here. I don't have a lot of time, but trust me, when I have the time, and for any of the viewers out there, call me. There's sometimes I can't make it happen. I'll try to give somebody else, the opportunity or where you can get the resources from. I can't be at every event, but the ones that I can, I try my best. So I try.
Well, Chef Mitchell, I'm going to ask you. Okay, what is it? So what's next for you? You are everywhere. So what's next?
Well, actually next, and it's funny because every time I talk to you, you're at the right place at the right time, because now I'm working a deal and I'm going to put it out there, and maybe you don't release this until after the deal may go through. But I'm working a deal when it turns over to me, and I'll be do the consultant and be the executive chef for that situation. And so we'll release that. We'll tell you, don't release that until afterwards. So this is in hindsight. This interview will be in hindsight.
Well, we will keep our toes, our fingers, whatever we have crossed, that we can cross for you. And thank you so much. You're such an inspiration. And as always, thank you for a great interview. No.
Well, you need to get in line, baby.
I'm getting in line. I'm getting in line as soon as we finish our job here.
All right, good. Thanks.